Hi guys, this is Justin Feyereisen, and it is Wednesday 9/27 at 2 o'clock, and you are listening to 88.7 WRFW River Falls, and I am going to have a great show planned for you today. I'm going to be talking about Lego Ninjago, which I saw in the theaters. I got some exciting news about Avatar 2 and 3 and 4, and going to get into what's available on home video and coming in the theaters for this week, and yeah, it's going to be very exciting. So I love the Lego movies. The first one came out in 2014, and then Lego Batman came out in February earlier this year. And if you haven't seen either of those two films, the Lego movie or the Lego Batman movie, get on it right away, because both those movies are masterpieces. They're fantastic. They play with the Lego lore so well, and they play with the Batman lore so well, and they had decades upon decades of lore to build off of with these movies. And then Lego Ninjago comes out, and it's only been a toy line since 2011, and they have a TV show that lasted 7 seasons, but I am not the target audience for the TV show. I haven't seen a single episode of the TV show. The only thing I knew about Ninjago before I went to see this movie was they have figures available for the video game Lego Dimensions, and I picked up a couple of those when they were cheap just so I can complete some areas of the game which I couldn't complete before, and I haven't yet opened those from their packages to do so because you got so many other cool figures in the game like Doctor Who and the Ghostbusters and Harry Potter and Voldemort and so many more Warner Brothers properties, so I'm not really excited about the Lego Ninjago characters. So I saw this movie based on the strengths of the first two Lego films, the Lego movie and the Lego Ninjago movie, and this was about what I expected from those movies, but it wasn't as good. It was a step down. Those movies are so funny and they're laugh a minute, and this one, it has laugh. It is funny. I enjoyed it from beginning to end, but it doesn't have laughs to the level that the other ones had. These movies are all animated movies now have great casting. You got voices of Dave Franco, Michael Pena, Kumail Nanjiani, Zach Woods, Fred Armisen, Jackie Chan, and Jackie Chan in this movie did everything I wanted Jackie Chan to be. He's that old wise mentor, and he's training these ninjas. You got the Earth Ninja, the Fire Ninja, the Water Ninja, the Lightning Ninja. Then you got the Ice Ninja and the Green Ninja. And the Green Ninja is your main character. The Green Ninja, his secret disguise is Lloyd Garmadon. And Evil Lord Garmadon is his dad, but he happens to be the guy that's trying to destroy Ninjago. And there's a great sequence of this movie about Good Morning Ninjago, a play on Good Morning America, and there's a great cameo in the sequence by Michael Strahan, which I thought was hilarious because I had no idea who was going to be in this movie. And this kid gets picked on so much because his dad wants to take over the area and destroy the city. And nobody wants to be friends with this kid except for, it's like the second Power Rangers movie to come out this year. Because you got your 5 kind of nerds, don't get along with anybody else. And then they have these secret ninja powers, and everybody kind of treats them like crap, and they're like, who are these ninjas? I want to hang out with these ninjas. Spider-Man Homecoming did this very well too, where it's like Peter's kind of getting picked on. But back to the Lego Ninjago movie. This movie does not have the lore that the other movies had to sustain this movie. And the problem with this movie, like a lot of comedies, is the funniest joke when Lloyd meets his dad, and he's like, Lloyd! And it's like, it's Lloyd, Dad. That was in the trailer. The second funniest joke of this movie was in another trailer. It was on a poster, and I saw the poster before seeing the trailer, so I'm like, what is that cat doing in Lego Ninjago? And then I see the movie, I'm like, oh, so the cat is the main villain, and it's not the villain they set up in the first movie. But that part was funny. The cat is called Meowthra, which is awesome. And because there's in the trailers, I'm going to talk about that. But again, this movie doesn't have the lore that the other two movies have. And that's my biggest problem is there's joke a minute, joke a minute, joke a minute, joke a minute in the first two Lego movies. And that's because I knew all the Batman, and I knew all about the different brands of Legos they had over the years. I knew about the Bricksburg, the city ones. They had the Western ones and all the weird, obscure ones that they only lasted a year, like Bionicle and stuff. But maybe that was in this movie. I just don't know because I am a college freshman and I go see a lot of these kid movies, these animated movies, because I like the wholesome and the family entertainment. And I think you don't get a lot of that than you used to. And this film was a disappointment of the box office. It opened third behind two R-rated films that I have not seen: Kingsman: The Golden Circle and It. And there are there were a lot of showings of this movie. The one I saw was half packed. The only problem with seeing movies like the Lego Ninjago movie on opening weekend was there was a lot of annoying kids in the audience, but that's not the fault of this movie. There was like one that hit his brother and then starts crying during one of the most emotional, heartwarming scenes of this movie, and I'm like, I'm trying to watch the movie and you got a kid crying in the background. I got a kid that kept beside me that kept on talking the whole time. And then when I hit one funny Jackie Chan line, which reminded me of something completely different, but as a movie fan, I understood a movie reference, I just start laughing so hard, and it's a low, guttural laugh. And he's like talking the whole time, and then he turns to me, he's like, "You're laughing too loud, you gotta shut up." And then him and his mom left to a different seat because this little kid can't sit still, and then he's talking, and I was so glad when they moved. So this movie did not have those laughs that the other one did. It had laughs, but it had like 4 or 5 big laughs and a lot of chuckles. And this movie is not as good as the other two Lego movies, but it was still fun and it was still enjoyable film. Like I said, Jackie Chan was awesome. The family dynamics between Lloyd Garmadon and Lord Garmadon and a couple other members of the cast, I was very impressed with. I liked the Good Morning Ninjago scene. I liked what Michael Strahan as a Lego looked like and sounded like, and it was perfect. And Lego, can you make an actual physical Michael Strahan Lego so I can have one for my collection, the minifig, because that would be awesome. And this movie opened third in the box office. It only made $21.2 million compared to the Lego Batman earlier this year that opened at $53 million. And the Lego Movie opened at $69 million. So this made about a third of what the other Lego movies did because it wasn't as good and it doesn't have the lore and the property that could build off and do a sustainable movie. But overall, I enjoyed this film. I would recommend going to see this film. Just don't expect it to be as good as the other two films in the franchise. I think this is probably... I would give it a 7 out of 10, but the other two Lego movies are like 9s or 10s because they're that good. So, if you need something to do this weekend, I would recommend seeing the Lego Ninjago movie. And even if you don't have kids, just because there's a lot of, like, the Jackie Chan stuff and just the whole family dynamic, and it's just a good, honest movie, and go see it if you want.